Eivor!
Has Barlith escaped Flawn's wrath?
He has, and is much relieved. The soldiers are coming back to themselves. What have you learned?
The Cursed will perform a sacrificial ritual.
Sacrifice? Faye, the Cursed is then a High Druid.
I learned that she is. But what does that mean?
She wields great power. She will be protected by her acolytes.
Not only her acolytes. I also learned the ceremony will be protected by a... what was it? Pook.
A puka? That will be dangerous, but we've no choice. The ritual will likely be held at Carnagan. We must look there.
What is a puka? A kind of animal?
A kind of animal? I will explain on the way. Come.
You promised to explain about the puka.
Sure. They were once marvelous creatures, able to take the forms of any animal. Now, they're dangerous.
Is this a jest?
Have you no such creatures in Norway?
There is Fenrir, wolf to the gods, but he is unusual.
Well, pukas are common in Ireland.
Pukas, sacrificial rituals. Is this your world?
The Children of Danu are an aberration. True pagans oppose them. Flann knows our traditions will disappear without his support. He has pledged not to let that happen. Careful now. Pukas are quick. Search for tracks showing long claws, and stay on your guard.
There. Tracks.
The puka! Follow it!
It looks like a wolf.
Because the puka is in the shape of a wolf just now.
This fog enters into my head.
Mine as well.
Did the wolf speak? What in the Nine Realms was that beast?
Wisht. The ritual has begun. This way.
I should not be seen in this area.
Defile the sacred site.
The ritual is profaned!
You betrayed us. I curse you with all the powers of the moon.
Your curses mean nothing.
You drew back when we most needed your awful might. And now...
The cursed is dead.
She accused you of betraying the Children of Danu.
I was once one of them.
How can this be?
Deirdre warned me against them, but back then it seemed the only hope.
You knew these people. Why did you not direct me to the Wren?
They only wanted to use me. Distrustful and secretive. I never knew their true names or anything about them. A glen of great beauty lies on our road. Find me when you're ready, and I'll confess my errors there.
It is beautiful.
I used to wash away my cares and pain in this pond. Would it be all right if I...
Of course.
As a young girl, when the Christians cleared the forests of Druids, I fled and stumbled on this spot. How would I survive? My friends, the world I knew. Soon, I turned to the Children of Danu. At first, they pledged simply to keep the old ways alive. Then, one by one, Druids turned to dark rituals.
Then they turned to worse.
Yes, even murder. I disavowed the children, and now pray for their destruction.
The High Druids spoke of some sort of awful might.
Fantasies, an ancient fable of a people long lost. The Druids are now dispersed without a champion.
You have King Flann.
My hopes are placed in him, but am I a fool? He has no deep love of the past. He He hopes to build a new Ireland. He pledges that my people will be part of it. But once he's king, storms will come. I cannot know where he will take refuge.
You are no fool.
You and I have been through much together. We came near death. I would like to celebrate life.
Is this why you brought me to this place?
'Tis a lovely glen. Perhaps we could pass some time here.
I would like very much to pass some time with you.
Aye. Lovely. Lovely indeed.
What? What's it, you idiots?
Eivor, I have you and Kira to thank for curing my men. Even if the source of this succor does not sit easily with me.
Not all Druids are your enemies, Lord. It is the Children of Danu who attacked you.
Kira has told me of this Druid cult. They are no great threat if they must strike from the shadows.
Perhaps they only sought to sow doubt among their enemies, and the friends of their enemies.
I regret my earlier distrust, but I've seen too much Irish blood spilt by Danes to give trust easily.
I know what it is to be bloodbound, Lord. It burns so bright it can blind to all else.
So, King, if Allach is the prize, how do you mean to take it? The ring fort there is the strongest in all the lands.
Yet the kings of Allach dwell outside its protection, foolishly leaving themselves vulnerable.
Still, that's a long march over uncertain soil. Your army will be exposed to forces unknown.
Abaddon has offered land at Clogher, where our army will make camp. From there, we move on to Allach.
This just arrived. The kings of Allach want to talk peace.
They surrender before you touch their soil? I know those who would die for such a reputation.
I don't like it. The wording is vague. Asking much and promising little.
What's the harm in hearing them out? If we start with the sword, we have nowhere else to go. They know me, they'll listen.
You would speak for me.
If you would honor me with your trust.
Do you have an opinion, Eivor? Or will you simply side with your cousin?
My cousin gives wise counsel. You lose nothing but time. And if talking fails, answer with steel.
Time marches more quickly when you have an army to keep fit and fed. But I will consider your words. My life has been one of warfare, plots and intrigue. I have never known the trust of a brother, and do not give mine over easily. Bareth MacEivor, King of Dublin, I hereby authorize you to speak for me, Flann Sinna, High King of Ireland and all of her people.
I will honor the faith you have placed in me, my king.
Do I have your blessing to accompany Barith, King Flann?
I'll not waste our time on formalities, Eivor. But you'll not be going with Bareth. I need you elsewhere.
Tell me where.
You must build up some goodwill among the northern Aile, as you've done for other kingdoms. Kira will provide the details at the pigeon coops.
I will earn you their favor, Lord, for the trust you've shown my cousin.
God has heard my prayers.
You flatter me, Lord. But what's wrong? Where's Barith?
He's not returned. Nor have two messengers sent after him.
This cannot be simple misfortune. It hints at some dark design.
Do you wish you'd taken up Eivor's offer earlier?
Aye. We may have lost 3 souls for not giving it more serious consideration.
Let me go after him, Lord. If he lives, I will find him.
Even with your cunning and guile, you would not go unchallenged. Not without a king's pass, and few Vikings have those.
I'd wager a few from Donegal do.
Donegal, a Norse settlement.
A port on the western shore. A fair bit of their trade finds its way to Aljach, so someone there is bound to have a pass.
Is this port well guarded?
It's crawling with Norsemen grown lazy on success. They'd not expect someone to go Viking on them.
Good. I'll go to Donegal now and get one of these passes. With your leave, Lord.
If it means fewer lives lost, you have my blessing.
These Norse Gales have grown fat and dull. Give them a real raid while I hunt down a king's bass. Give me a hand! Give me a hand over here. Some good plundering here. This should get me there. Damn it. I need to get on the other side. No! No, you are dead! Dead! We've outstayed our welcome.
What business have you here?
The business of kings. Here's my pass.
Go on, then.
Who are you to come before the kings of Eivor unannounced?
Fergal. You're not Fergal. I don't know you.
I am Sturm of Danu. Who's Fergal?
The King of Dublin speaks of a cousin who advised us for a time. A glorified goat herder who should have taken our advice. So, Sturm, what brings a Viking from Donegal here?
You tell me. I came at your invitation.
There's some mistake. I sent no such message. It wasn't me. It could have been you-know-who. But he hates Vikings. Forgive my brother's bluntness. We will get to the root of this, I assure you. Can I offer you a drink?
Yes? More drink? I haven't seen the bottom of my cup since I got here. If I wasn't a trusting man, I'd say they're trying to keep me drunk.
No drink for me. I'll return when you have finished your king's business.
If it's not drink you're wanting, you should take a tour of the ring fort. It's renowned throughout the land.
As we've told you several times, King Barda, the ring fort of Valhalla is not open to guests. In fact, you could even say that it's closed for a select few.
Ah, so you're keeping prisoners there. Oh, have a drink, you two. Do you think I haven't taken a few hostages myself?
I'll seek out a place to rest until you remember why I was summoned here.
Of course, of course. Your pass will grant you free run of this place.
If you see Fergal, say hello for me.
For the last time, Barrett, the ring fort is off limits.
What?
If I read that right, freeing Fergal could be key to liberating Allah. And to do that, I need to get inside that fort. I hope this is the right key. Is there someone here named Fergal?
I am he. Who wants to know, Viking?
I serve Bardith Makiva and King Flann Shinna. They offer you freedom.
Worms take you!
Suffer!
Blessings upon you, friend. Thank you.
We keep our wits about us! Eivor! Him! Outstage your way!
Our end is nigh.
Dora Dor er is. Orcus got down the creek. Won't survive, fool! I'll kill you!
Join us, cousin. We've been having a grand old time, the kings and I.
It's the abbot who's turned this place into a prison. He's taken hostages from all the families to control all of Ireland. Shut your gab, Domhnall. Owen will kill you if you talk too much. And Flann will kill us if we don't. It's like Domhnall said. It was Owen. He told us to delay whoever came until...
Until what?
Until the abbot can move his forces in.
How many men? How many?
We don't know. No one does. He has some companies at Armagh, more men than he lets on. That's all I know.
Left to my cousin, you'd both be puddles of blood and guts. But King Flann might spare your heads. You'll be treated as hostages, not prisoners, until your king decides what to do with you. Now, think on your sins. It'll be easier in the end to let them keep their crowns, but they don't need to know that yet.
Flann must learn of this trap.
I've already sent messengers telling him to pull his army back. I wasn't going to sit on my arse waiting for you.
I'm impressed.
Don't be. It took days of drinking that swill before Neil finally grew bored and careless.
You have outdone yourself. I'll be sure to let the king know who the real hero was today.
Thanks to you, cousin. Make sure that message reached Flann and I'll join you all later. May Sol and Mauni guide ye.
Eivor, you did well at Alec. We march in the morning. I think it no small thing for you to lead my honor guard.
Did you not get Bardet's message, Lord? You must pull back, not move forward. This ruse is part of a larger trap not yet sprung.
Bareth believes to know the minds of these kings, but the church has taken root and flourished since my uncle's day.
The church is behind the plot against you. Did the message say nothing of Abbot Owen?
King Neil and King Donal were doubtless seeking to cast blame elsewhere. The church is a convenient scapegoat.
What if there's some truth to Bareth's suspicions?
Owen is the abbot of Armagh, God's appointed in Ireland. I cannot doubt him on the word of a friend.
You mean a pagan?
Why are you all still here? Did my message not get through?
It did, but King Flann is not convinced.
You must pull out a clawher now, my king, before we are surrounded by Owen's army.
You do not command me, Bareth McEivor. If there was an army, my scouts...
Your scouts are dead. Baldur's blood, Flann. How many must die before you learn to trust?
You forget yourself, Bareth. Do not invoke your false gods in my presence.
Listen, what's that?
Owen's wolves have arrived. I didn't come this far to die in a tent, my king.
We're under attack! Come on!
this area is off limits.
Drive them from the heart of the village! I'll take more heads than you, cousin!
Do not wager on it!
If we hold off this assault, we will save the day!
You're dead!
You die now!
God grant me strength! They're all around us!
The archers have fire!
They come from the field!
Plant those archers' barbs! Leave none alive!
Can't hold out much longer! Get round the side! That'll cost you! Die now! Climb the door! Damn you! I
Use your help, Eivor!
Come with me! I will be your shield! They're on the roads!
They have no honor! No mercy!
They retreat!
You've saved us!
We held them off. At a great cost.
Eivor, where is Barith?
Barith! Can you hear me? Barith Makiva! Have you seen King Barith?
Aye. He was headed towards the farm on the edge of the village.
A cold hand grips my heart.
Barith,
Eivor,
I'm here.
a glorious end, don't you think? Worthy of a saga, maybe. And you thought I'd gone soft.
No one knew your true measure.
Except you, cousin. You never doubted me.
Your bravery will be remembered, Bardiff. I'll see to it. Hold your weapon well, cousin. I will see you in Valhalla.
Siegfried is my Valhalla, Eivor. Valhalla need not be a place. It can be a legacy. Flann must back him. Have him swear by his god. There's nothing the Christians fear more than their Almighty's wrath.
It will be done.
A hero's funeral. Aerith has become a greater man in death than he was in life.
Or maybe we were too small to see his full size.
A harsh truth. But fair. He saw more clearly than I. And I ignored his counsel. Owen will pay for his death.
What then? When the abbot is gone and you've tamed the north, what of Siegfried? Will you give him your royal support?
When he has proven himself. It would not be good politics at this time.
Trolls take your politics. Barith gave his life in your service. If this is how you repay loyalty, you'll be in short supply.
Twice you stung me with truth. I'll return the favor. Siegfried isn't ready. But he could be, with proper teaching.
Good. He'll benefit from your wisdom.
And my support. But neither throne will be secure while Owen lives.
We'll throttle the snake. And afterwards, the fate of this land will be in your hands. Yours and Siegfried's.
The horses are being made ready, my king. Sure you don't want to rest your bones and leave by dawn's light?
My thoughts ride too rough for sleep. I've an army and reputation to reclaim. The second may prove harder than the first.
My mother used to tell me how the Morrigan would feed on the death of heroes, then fill men's heads with thoughts of war. I imagined using the Tara Stone to drown out their song, the way Bishop Patrick drove the snakes from Ireland.
There's no power strong enough to do what you say. Not even the gods can change fate. The world is destined to end in war.
'Twas not but the fantasy of a young girl, so...
Tell Flann I'll come to him after I have arranged things with Siegfried.
Tell him yourself. I'm not leaving yet.